Hello, my name is Nienke and thank you for spending some crafting time with me. So we're going to do a quick Christmas in July project before it's not July anymore, right? Just before we do that, I just want to run over some things. If you don't want to listen to this, you can just forward to the crafting, but if I don't tell you, you won't know, right? So bonus days is in July. You have until July 31st. For every $50 you spend before tax and shipping, you will get a $5 coupon to spend in August, to redeem then in August. So you can go ahead and do that if you want. You can use my host code ZAHYRKPN to shop with me. I'll be so grateful if you pick me as your demonstrator, and if you those coupons will apply to any order, but if you use this host code, I will also send you a sticky surprise, which is one of the embellishments from the current annual catalog. And then save your codes, because Stampin' Up won't be able to regenerate them if you lose them. Hold them, keep them safe, and then you can redeem between the 1st and the 31st of August. Same thing, I will have a new host code for August, so I will let you know what that is, and if you want to redeem your coupons, you will once again get a surprise from me, okay? Just to let you know. Then the other thing is paper pumpkin. The July paper pumpkin is in the mail. I'm pretty sure I'll have it in the next couple of days, and then we can make some fun things with this. The August subscription is currently running. It has an extra stamp set, and I'm very excited for that. The same September one looks very nice too. And then remember, if you have a 3-month subscription, either the prepaid subscription or you have subscribed with me for 3 months, on your month number 3, you will get the dies for free from me. Okay, and you can always message me on 331-210-0102 with any questions. Okay, so there's that, and let's jump in. I'm going to use the Ringed with Nature. It's expired, retired, there's the right word, and the ringed in tree ring dies, I think, and it also came with the embossing folder. It's one of those hybrid embossing folders where you can cut and die cut, but I got this on sale. Do you remember that great sale we had the other day? I got it on there because I always wanted it, and just, I don't know, sales also always fun, right? Then the other thing I'm doing is I'm using the card base that was left over from the best there is, the May paper pumpkin kit. I wanted to do this, or I had this idea and then thought I'll leave it for July because it's Christmas in July. But that kit coordinated with, let me see, I don't have it close by, but the wood grain, let me find it, hold on. Okay, so that paper pumpkin kit coordinated with the Country Woods 12x12 DSP that's currently in the annual catalog, and there is a paper in here. I think it's actually this one, the back of this one. There we go. See, this paper is exactly this. So if you want to do this, you can still get this paper and complete the project. Should you have the Ringed with Nature stamp set, you can do that, or use whatever Christmas set you have. This is really a nice design that you can use with whatever Christmas type images you already have in your stash. What I try to do is to show you that you don't always need new stuff. We all love the new stuff, me included, but we can't always buy everything, right? And you can use some of the old and some of the new all together and just get by with what you have. So if you want to get this pack of paper, then you just use a Christmas set you already have, or you can pick one from the new catalog that will be coming out in a little bit. Let's quickly do some stamping. So this is just a crumb cake card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I just mounted that entire card base that we cut off for another project right there. If you want to see the projects we made with the May paper pumpkin, you maybe missed that, you can just go to my paper pumpkin folder on YouTube and you will find that there. I actually cleaned my desk. Can you believe it? I cleaned everything and I know exactly where everything is. I say that and then I'm probably going to look for something, but I know where it is. So let's go ahead. I found my dies, the dies I was looking for. Thanks and Beyond dies that coordinated with these 3 kits, the April, May, and June. April, May, June. Yes, correct. And I used that shape to die cut out of a white scrap piece. And I'm going to use the Merry Christmas from this set to make our fun Christmas card. And no, I'm not going to stamp that in black memento. I'm going to stamp that in early espresso. Love early espresso. And then I'm going to only ink up the Merry first. And I'm going to pull it a little bit close to me. I hope you can see, just to try and get my Merry where I want it. Just give that ink a couple of seconds to absorb. Do not rock back and forth. Okay, now what's very important is you need to clean your stamp thoroughly and stamp it off to make sure there will be no shadow effect when we ink up the other part. That is very important. And then I'm going to put the Christmas right there. Oh, I hope that's straight. We'll see. Luckily, this is a nice scripty font, which is going whichever way anyway, so it should be fine. Oh, perfect. Plus, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's handmade. We just do what we want to do. Okay, that is our sentiment done, and I think we're done with the early espresso. Okay, and then from that same set, I'm going to use is this a poinsettia flower, I think? I have a scrap piece of paper and real red. I packed everything away. It's not lying around on my desk anyway. It's actually in the shelf where it's supposed to be. Can you believe it? There we go. Ink up. Oh, I got the edge. Luckily, I'm not stamping on my project. I'm stamping on a scrap piece. So, is that too close? Probably. Anywho, we're gonna go with that. It'll be fine. So I'm putting the one on top of the other one, so we'll just hide this little spot. I don't want red everywhere. I try to stay in the habit of cleaning my stamps immediately, because if one fall over and then I have ink on my desk and then I stick my finger in it, then eventually you'll get a smudge on your project. So I try to be a clean stamper. I won't say that's always the case, but we try, right? Okay, while that is drying for a little bit, we're going to do some watercoloring. Now you could, if you have Stampin' Write markers or Stampin' Blend markers, you can definitely use one of those. I wanted to use Garden Green, just because I got a new spot. I don't have Garden Green, surprise, right? But I love Mossy Meadow, so I usually use that. For some other reason, the Mossy Meadow feels a bit dark, and I die cut these dies. They're these little ones, and then the ones with the little berries, these ones. I die cut them from Crumb Cake, and when I use the Mossy Meadow, it's a bit dark for me. So I'm going to use Garden Green, plus while I have this color, did we get it in a recent paper pumpkin kit? I can't remember, probably. I'm going to use it and play with it and see if I like it, and maybe I'll get a bigger ink pad. Okay, I just have some water on a block, and I'm putting my water painter like in the side of the spot just to pick up a strong bit of ink, concentrated ink right there. And this does not need to be perfect. We are just going to do the leaves and leave the stems and the berries. The stems obviously is already out of Crumb Cake, so that's what they're going to stay. And then we're going to do a fun thing with with the berries. I'll show you now. Now first off, I'm just laying down a base color. Ooh, that's nice and dark. Pick up a little bit more water. And then we're going to add a little bit of texture. Now you don't want a lot of water because this is not watercolor paper, it's just normal paper. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little bit like so. You can see there's no real nothing thought behind it. These leaves are so small, it really doesn't matter. You just want something extra on there, right? So doing like a little vein off to the side, or like adding more shadow to one side of the leaf is fine. Whatever. There's actually where these score lines are, you can actually add it onto that score line if you want. Whatever you feel like. And I'm just going to go back and do the little base of each leaf just a little bit. Like I said, nothing fancy. They're too tiny to worry about really. There we go. Oh good. And that little tip is still brown. There we go. That looks good. That off to the side. Clean my tip. I don't want, when you leave the water painters, they tend to suck up the color from the tip into the actual water reservoir, and you don't want that. Doesn't matter, you can just clean it out, but hey, one less step to worry about. Now we're going to let those dry, and I'm going to use these. You have seen me fussy cut before. I'll fussy cut one for you, and then we'll do the other one later, or I'll just speed it up. I'll fussy cut them and then just speed up the video for you. But what you want to do is move the paper, keep your scissors still, and move the paper with your non-dominant hand into the scissors. That is a way easier way to fussy cut than try to move your scissors. Okay, done with the fussy cutting. Now I'm going to use the metallic enamel effects basics in the annual catalog, and I'm going to use the gold. I don't know if you're supposed to or should shake it. I'm just in the habit of shaking it. Maybe, maybe not. I have them standing up, so I'm wondering if most of the like effects run down to the bottom. Don't know. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of this. Do just 3 dots in the center of the flower. Now what I like to do is put it down, squeeze the amount of glue or whatever you want to call it out, and then while I stop squeezing and like try and get that, do a little circle motion to try and get rid of that sharp point. You want to stop squeezing but not, you know, let go of the pressure, otherwise you might suck the whole pearl back into the bottle. So there's those two, and then we're going to do the same thing to each one of these berries. So get it the size you want, and then just give it a little swirly motion to get rid of that sharp edge it makes at and wants to make at the top. Now this wants to, it's going to take a couple of hours to dry. What I like to do is, like the last thing at night before I go to bed, I do all of my effects, and then I set them aside and they will be dry in the morning. I don't like doing it while I still have other stuff to do, because usually I end up placing something on top or grabbing them, forgetting that they're still supposed to dry. So I leave this right to the end of the day, and then the next morning everything is well. There we go. So isn't that so cute? So I have already prepared, so last night I'm going to scooch these wet ones out of the way so that they can dry, and I have already did some last night that's dry already. So there they go. They're just as pretty when they're dry as when they're still wet. I do love that. I feel it's a lot of bang for your buck. So I got all of, let me see, the metallic ones are the silver, the gold, and the copper. So there are those. I don't know which way you'll see them better. And then the pearlized enamel effects is the real red, but I have to tell you it probably does. I made a little swatch. I'll get that out for you too. So I made myself this little swatch just to it went like that, and then the red, the white, and this one says black, but like you can see it is more of a dark gray. So there's the silver and this is the black. That's the red. The red can go for red, definitely. And then there's the white and the bronze, the gold, and the silver, which is, it's pretty nice. I like them, and I do them, you can do different sizes depending on how much of that you use. I have been having a lot of fun with it. It's to put something shiny. I just bumped everything. To put something shiny on a piece without, using a million. Because if you would use the, what do you call it? Sticky embellishments like little dots or rhinestones or whatever, that'll be quite a lot, right? So I like it for that purpose. Card base. Now we're going to just adhere this with some liquid glue right in the middle, like so. Get it center, top to bottom, left to right. And then I have a piece of that gold, it's, I don't know, it's a long time ago's ribbon. If you have some of that, otherwise just use whatever sort of, what do we have currently in the new catalog? Some, in the online exclusives, there's that polka dot ribbon that look really nice. Oh, and you can pair it with the gold thread. Ooh, I cannot remember anything. If you, looking for my tearing tape, if you want, just text me on my number and I can look for a couple of alternatives, right? If you don't have this. Okay, so I just wanted to swap that around. I like the points of the ribbon pointing outward, and I think that's about how I want it right there. Stay. And I'm just going to secure this with a piece of tearing tape because it's going to be covered with the flowers anyway, right? So we don't mind a little bit of sticky right there. I'm just going to stick a flower on top of it. That'll be fine. There we go. Now I'm going to start with the, where's the one? Oh, I'm looking for the one I cut off, but that's drying right there. So let's do this one. I'm going to try and strategically put this down without any dimensionals on the ribbon. If it goes on the ribbon, then that is just fine too. I don't want it over the sentiment either. So let's put it right there, I think. There we go, like so. And I think we can have one more right there. I'm going to, I think, take off the backing so that that sticky is there. That's fine. And then have this go like that. Flower right there, and then we're going to add the second one. Just rotate it a little bit, have it go off here, add a dimensional there and one right there. I sometimes like to stick it down already, then I know it's not going to be on the ribbon, and one right in that to be. Oh, come on, it's sticking to my finger, and we have covered the tear and tape, and the ribbon is nice and secure, like so. And then we'll just arrange these right here. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on that leaf. And I'm sort of butting this up right to the ribbon. That can be, I'm not going to add glue to that one. We may want to add some, this one with the curve going this way can go there. And then this, want to scooch in maybe. Maybe scooch this one in over here, and then we can put the berries up on top, something like that. Yes. Again, just going to add a little bit of glue to, a little bit, and then I squeeze out the whole bottom. And I'm just going to hide that edge, like right under there. Like so. Probably going to scooch a little dimensional under there, otherwise this might hook on something. And then which one do we want? Do they look, oh, it's the same die, so it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Just want it to be inside the boundaries of the card. Again, like the whole bottle of glue. It's a new bottle. Sometimes when you have a new bottle of glue, it tends to just want to rush out. There we go. Scooch it in a little bit. Like that. I like it. I'm just going to sneak this little dimensional under here. I hope it is not too long. Is it too long? Nope, it's good. If a little bit pokes out, just push it back in. And I'm going to add a mini dimensional to, did the backing come off? No, it didn't. Come on. It just wants to stay there. Here we go. That is cute. And this one I'm just going to add. Are we going to try for a little bit of glue again? That's better. There we go. Way better. I'm just going to scooch this in here, I think. We want it up a little bit, maybe that way. And then we're going to put this one. Where do we want to scooch that in? Under there. I like it to be on top, but I don't want the There we go. I don't want this little end to show. Again, just a little bit of glue on here. What did we say? We're going to scooch it down there? Yeah. I'm going to pop that one up. Yes, I think so. I think a little many-dimensional will fit in there, will it? Do you think so? Well, I hope so. Let's see. Yes. Okay. There we go. So you can add some more bling if you want. I think that is fine. But maybe some... What do we have? Let's see. Let's quickly see what we have. Okay, I dug through my box quickly and I have a little bit, is that all? Yeah, a little bit of Wonderful Gems, which was, I think, it's got gold in it. I don't know. And then the other thing I got is this. Now, I've used a lot of the gold, but I'm thinking this gold sequence might go well. So let's see. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that. Can always get more, right? And while we have it, let's use it. So I think I'm going to put like a big one and a little one down here. My last one. And then a big one up here. Here. Let's put it down very carefully. Oh, yes. I like that. Maybe we want to scooch it in a little bit this way. Yes or no? No, I think it's good right there. Yes, that does bring it all together, right? Okay, so there is, you can take it as a alternative of the May kit, paper pumpkin kit, or you can make it a card idea for the Country Woods Designer Series paper, and you have your first Christmas cards in the bag. Isn't that nice? So thank you for spending some crafty time with me. If you made it to the end of the video, I would love for you to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I will hopefully be back next week with our July paper pumpkin. If not, we'll have something else fun to craft with. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.